A spark has been ignited. The people are divided. The sins of the GC are being blacklighted. A solemn rebuke overnighted. A surprise to those spiritually nearsighted. The leaders affrighted. Independence delighted. Those invested in truth are united. Decisions are being decided. A shaking supernaturally guided. Some proclaim loud while others are quiet. It's leading up to another Luther diet. It's all coming out, from tithe extortions to planned abortions, piling on their massive fortunes. It's time for repentance. Don't be surprised when God judges their sentence. Humble ministries who have barely survived, finally revived, paid with the tithe from those once spiritually deprived. The financial scandals are finally canceled. Stocks and trades hidden for decades suddenly explode like grenades. All that's been undisclosed is now exposed. Will the conference be foreclosed? Will they function? Counting deductions, no more luxury luncheons. The corporation corruption has had a disruption, a sudden truth eruption. Long ago, Ellen White flight from instruction, the spark has started a combustion. 7,000 have not bowed down, you can hear the trumpet sound. There will be an Elijah showdown before God takes Jezebel's crown. GC leaders perspire, they can't put out this fire. Some stars grow dim that were once admired. Some will fight, some will retire, all the sins will be required. Still others are inspired. The truth shines brighter and brighter, spiritual eyes will decipher. The line gets tighter as the fire is spreading. Where is this all heading? The GC is sweating. Lines are drawn in a prophetic setting. It's time for reflection. What's the direction? Getting ready for the 144 inception or the second resurrection. God's appointed, anointed, given special protection. Loma Linda train station vision, a conference inquisition, on the verge of Sunday law and worldwide apparitions. Building 7 coming down with detonated demolition. Faded beyond recognition, a new transition. God's people set on a mission, all started with a small spark ignition. Those who have ears listen, God's people glisten. The Sabbath-keeping Christian has risen. Fully steadfast and repented, their prayers are incense scented. The hard hearts have been cemented, while the mark of the beast is now implemented. 25 elders worshiping the Son, the time of the end has now begun. 3 angels flying in the midst of heaven. Babylon has fallen, a spiritual 9/11. The straight testimony, unvaccinated. The Father and His Son exonerated. Their lights collimated, everything culminated. As the sun comes back to the earth He created. Trial and test for the saint faded. Death negated, truth no longer debated. The moment so long awaited. Christ in the clouds of glory and light celebrated. The end of redemption's story and His people's plight now venerated. The tears now dried for those who wept and sighed. May we all be ready for the times ahead. Keep the oil burning and the scriptures read. Go to the true shepherd to be spiritually fed. Led from the Lamb who bled. He can raise the spiritually dead. But there isn't much time, it's hanging by a thread. Ditch the system that's in the whore's bed and follow God instead. He wants to be your pastor and leader. He's already your interceder. Today is the day. Become a believer. Needed are those who will not be bought or sold. As the world waxes cold, even in the so-called fold, to Jesus we must hold. These events will soon transpire. I can hear the choir, started by a spark that turned into a fire.